Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. I'm going to answer some of your questions. I'm trying to get you guys answers and give you what my opinion is. This is just my financial opinion. It does not constitute financial advice or anything of that sort. Guys, what percentage of your portfolio have you invested in uranium? I'm probably around 20% of my high risk portfolio, 20 to 30%, somewhere in there. Bannerman's looking good. My favorite expression of yours. Nice sounding name. Bannerman is good. I like Bannerman. I can't see investing in solar being a good idea if all the commodity prices go up that make up the panels. I agree with that, but the thing that I look at is if they're going to have trillions of dollars go at something, more than likely it's going to go after solar. I don't think they're going to put it in oil. I don't think they're going to put it in wind. I think it's going to mainly go into solar. And I don't know if it's even going to matter at that point if that money gets directed towards it. And this sector is super small. Some of the companies, they make solar panels. Some they make off the grid solar charging stations, stuff like that. I do think that we're going to use more of it. How economically viable are they? It's a good question. That's what keeps me from really dumping into the sector. But I do think money's going to go into it. I do think money's going to come in there and rush into this sector. That's kind of what I think is going to happen at some point. When? Yeah, it's a little bit. It says I didn't log in for a week. Who logged in? Logged into their accounts. I didn't want to log in and take a look. Unless I was buying more, which I've got like 6 different accounts. So one account's a bigger one. I didn't log into that one, and I put more money into my smaller one, which is more of a royalty. Well, a smaller one, which is a Roth IRA, which is basically all royalty companies in that one. What is the Sprott? Why is it so important and keep getting rementioned? So Sprott it's a company that is now running the Uranium Participation Corporation, which buys physical uranium. They're going out to spot market and buying a bunch of uranium. Now, I don't think there's that much uranium out there to buy, and they're buying a whole bunch. Well, a whole bunch compared to what it was before, which is like nothing. So they're coming in and they're cleaning up all the inventory. They're raising the Sprott, I call it the spot price, but I call it the Sprott price. It's Sprott Physical Uranium Trust is going in there and raising the spot price because of that demand. Now, there isn't much physical uranium, so the price is going up. That's what's been going up, and I think it's probably one of the drivers of the uranium price going up in the short term. So Sprott is creating there's financial demand to buy physical uranium. And that financial demand to take physical off the market is impacting the spot price. I noticed a lot of the solar companies exploded up. So this is basically saying, yeah, it was a pure speculation. It went up. I'm looking at this stuff coming back down. It's bleeding off. I agree with that. And I'm looking to see another pop. We'll see if it happens. Coming down. Even though you personally might disagree with coal investing, I would like to suggest you might start including some coal companies with oil and natural gas. A lot of people are interested, and ESG seems to create a moat for these companies. I would suggest including Peabody, Whitehaven Coal, Warrior Met Coal, ARC Resources. Thanks for considering. Yeah, I can do that if you guys want. The reason I'm not huge into coal at the moment is I know people who work at utility companies. They are getting rid of coal as fast as possible, at least thermal coal. And they're shedding assets like no other. They are getting rid of it. They are converting it to natural gas, and they're putting natural gas power plants in replacing coal massively everywhere. You won't see coal power plants in the United States probably pretty soon. They're going to go all away. That's a huge demand for coal that is going to go away. Now, what's going to happen, in my opinion? I think natural gas is going to, they're going to pedal to the metal on natural gas. We've had a lot of debris in the atmosphere from fires. that debris is impacting the energy that is gathered by solar. And it's having a big impact. And natural gas, they're just flipping these things on and run them OT. So I think natural gas, you're going to see prices rocket higher of natural gas. That's the spot I really want to be. If everything's converting to natural gas, if they're taking all the coal power plants out, they're putting all natural gas in, and then we have problems with solar because we have no way of storing it, they are going to burn through natural gas like no other. And the companies I'm in are half natural gas, half oil. They're high debt. So I think those have massive leverage to the price of natural gas moving and oil. Next year, I think, will be the big year because a lot of their hedges roll off. Hedges are things they put in place a year ago to hedge themselves against oil and natural gas going down. Conversely, though, it's going to impact them when prices go back up because their hedges are still in place and they're going to be losing money on the hedges. They're in a good situation because they are making more money with prices being higher because it's not 100% hedged, but it might be 80% hedged. And some of them, the hedges are rolling off. So I think that next year is going to be a banner year for a lot of these companies because their hedges are rolling off. The prices should remain high. And if we see a very big move higher in prices, we could see a massive move in some of these highly leveraged companies in the oil and natural gas sectors. So that's probably one of the largest opportunities out there in the market that I see. Another large opportunity is uranium because they're in the energy sector as well. So coming on down. Decarbonization is the catalyst. Renewables can't close the gap with certain engineering. How does the system need to be modified? Only uranium can provide the baseload power and predictable outcomes. I agree. Natural gas is another one. There's no way of storing electricity at the moment. Hydrogen's probably the best bet if you're going to do it. Batteries are mineral intensive, and you would need massive amounts of batteries just from a physical standpoint. So, yeah, that makes sense. I'm from Colorado. Well, I'm from Minnesota, if you want to know. Someone's asking where am I from. Minnesota in the United States. Lots of talking about candlestick stuff here. Is there a reason you don't like soft commodities? No, I like soft commodities. I just don't think they're going to have as much of a move higher. I think looking out 10 years from now, and there's soft commodities can be grown quite quickly. They can respond to supply demand imbalances quicker than some of these metal companies. Metal, it may take 10, 20 years to create a project and have it be producing. So copper, there's nothing in the pipeline for the next 10 years. What do you think prices are going to do when demand exceeds supply? Supply is going to come back. Supply is going to come down. Demand's going to go way up. I don't know what the copper price can even be. I mean, is it going to be $20 a pound? I don't know. I mean, we're talking about there's no response. Uranium's the same way. You're going to see these massive spike, and there's going to be no response from the supply side for many years. How high is it going to go? I don't know. Now, soft commodities, they can respond the next season. So I don't think the dynamics are as good in the soft commodities. And remember, I don't know commodities inside and out for soft commodities. I've always looked at it like the response could be quite quick. The metals, it's the response, and maybe some like gold and silver are a little bit quicker, but uranium and copper, there's going to be a huge spike, in my opinion, and oil. Investment's not going to oil. There's going to be a big old spike, and you're going to see a big move, I think, in some of these, massive. And that's what we've seen in the past. And those have been I'm in the largest asymmetric bets that I can find, and they're all oil, natural gas, and metal commodities. Love the channel. I'm just worried government will crush us again with more lockdowns in the short term. It is possible. It is possible. But I'm going to stop it there. Hopefully you guys, hopefully I answered some of your questions. Give me a thumbs up for the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.